I'm on this line because I want someone who is my equal.
He wants to sleep with his clone, basically. Ciao everybody, I'm your big bro, Kanetsu. And welcome to another reaction video. Today we are going to find out if all gay men thinks the same. I'm laughing, I don't know why, but I did watch this video before, but I really don't remember well. So it's going to be fun. Or is this serious, this thing? I don't know. 6 gay men, let me see them. Okay. We have a wide variety of representation here. I really don't understand what kind of question they always choose. What is this one supposed to mean? I disagree only because I don't like the question. I think it's kind of pointless.
3, 2, 1, go.
They don't even know where to go. Look at that.
This one's a tough one because like I definitely have like straight friends who wouldn't do anything with me even though I find them very attractive, and I joke around with them. I'm like, dude, I'd hit. I'm like, yeah. I know they wouldn't do anything. I think a lot of straight guys don't do it because it's like, oh, no homo, bro. The no homo thing is like so social. If you guys like actually stood away from that and like, I don't know, experimented and tried out for yourselves, you might actually find out that you like some certain things.
I mean, well, sexuality is definitely a spectrum, and I think there's so many things between the spectrum, but there also are those two polar opposite ends of the spectrum. So I think people definitely do identify as very, very straight and very, very gay.
Well, and the only reason I'm on this line is because of what you said. Like, there's a spectrum, right? So there's such a wide variety of what being gay can mean. So like, oh, if I'm in a locker room and you tap your buddy's ass, like, yeah, it's a little gay, you know?
Really? So you tap someone else and it's like being gay? I don't see that.
People are born gay.
Well, obviously. Agree 100%, unfortunately. Or not. It really depends. It depends on how you take it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, there's someone who disagrees. Why, bro?
So, I think this is more of a multifaceted question because I consider gay as not just who you're sexually attracted to, it's part of an entire experience. So if they discover themselves and they realize, hey, maybe I could have a relationship with someone of the same sex, does that mean they magically became bi at that point, or are they born that way?
Well, no, it's just because they never thought about it before. Most probably.
I think that people are born gay. However, I do think people are born with like certain tendencies that can line up with being gay, if that makes sense. So like being a little more sensitive, or being like not having an interest in sports but having more interest in art. It's kind of like a bucket, and you just happen to have all these little tiny things in your bucket when you're born, but that doesn't make you gay, kind of thing.
It's going into stereotypes. I don't really like this.
In that regard, then, would you say that being gay is a choice? Because that's
Absolutely not a choice, because you can ask any straight person, be gay for a day. It's not a choice.
And I think you guys were kind of touching upon more than just the sexuality aspects, some of the cultural aspects, the mannerisms of being gay. I think those are culturally learned things, and also things that you're comfortable with and how you express yourself. But I think from like a sexuality standpoint, I mean, sexuality develops as you're going through puberty, and like you're not like, you know, coming out of the womb like, hey, let's like have sex, you know, like you're a child, you're developing it, and it's kind of growing as you grow. And so, you know, you don't choose, you just have to, you know, be who you are.
I prefer masculine men.
Ooh, the mask question. Me, personally, not really. It really depends what you define masculine. Is acting or looking? So, acting, not really. Looking, yeah. Let's not... I don't want to reveal all my preference right now. But I think you already understood.
3, 2, 1.
Personally, I'm a really feminine, flamboyant person, so just having that same energy with another person just doesn't seem really attractive to me. I want to find someone who's like different, unique, and someone I can learn from. So just like having someone who's almost identical or similar to me, I feel like I wouldn't grow enough
I'm on this line because I want someone who is my equal.
He wants to sleep with his clone, basically. But I do understand.
Identify as a masculine man. Therefore, I think the reason I strongly agree is just because I want that equality in my relationship as a masculine man.
I think, yes, there's a lot of innate attraction of what you like, what you're born with, but like also there's so much, I think there's a lot of social pressure that you don't even realize it's happening subconsciously of what like you're trained to like. Because I do like masculine men as well. And then I was like kind of taking a step back, like, wait, why is that? Why do I like that? Like, am I being kind of force-fed that?
When I was growing up, gay men were defined as feminine. And I was had a lot of feminine characteristics as a young boy. And I was singled out because of that and bullied some because of that. But I sort of was always drawn to people who were masculine. And I don't know if it was because if there were people who were feminine, that reminded me of parts of myself I didn't like. I think there's probably an aspect of that. But you're sort of attracted to what you're attracted to. I think there's not a lot of logic in it.
Grindr is unhealthy.
I only heard bad stuff about it, and even some good stuff. I don't have installed it, so I can't really say much about it, but I generally think that dating apps are kinda, I don't really know the exact word, like, I don't want to say boring, but it's like pointless. I understand why you would use them. This really depends where you live. It's not like you can go out and say, oh yeah, look, he's another one like me. So yeah, but I don't like the idea of dating apps. I never liked that. Never.
3, 2, 1, go.
No one disagrees here? Oh, yeah. Here it is.
I think Grindr and like dating apps are a really complex topic. I think there's a lot of good and a lot of bad. For me personally, I think the bad outweighs the good. Specifically Grindr, the way it's set up, it's a very hookup based app. And so like it really taught me to like see other gay men as like more objects and more of like pieces of meat kind of thing than actual people.
Well, me personally, I'm more like a romantic guy. Like I'm in it for like the long run with someone, kind of. So the fact that a lot of the guys that I have went out with only wanted sex, I think has a lot to do. I think has a lot to do with like dating apps like Grindr, where it's just like sex based. I think it fuels that like sex fire that a lot of gay men seem to have.
I think there need to be more arenas in which gay men can meet each other. I'm a gay father. I have a daughter who's 18 and a son who's 13. When I was growing up, the idea of a gay man growing up and getting married and being monogamous and being happy and having children was from Mars. And when my husband and I were starting to have our kids, we went with a group of people called the Poplet Club, and it was gay men who wanted to become fathers. And it wasn't until that time that I finally found my tribe. It was like, oh my God, these are people like me. They weren't any sort of gay stereotype, they just wanted to have families. And that's what you don't see on Grindr or anywhere else like that.
Pride Month is necessary.
Hell yeah. We need to remind people that we exist. And even for newcomers, it's something nice to have, something to celebrate. Maybe it's degrading a little bit, but the problem is that like all celebrations, they tend to degrade after time. Just like nationals, holidays, where you remember the end of a war or something like that. They just become an excuse to have fun and party. And you don't actually remember why you have this holiday. Just what you can see with Pride Month, where corporations switch to rainbows and stuff, and they start to sell you special edition items. But having a month to be extra gay, I think, is good for everyone. And I like it. Remember that Pride Month is not just for us. It's for all the LGBTQI community. So, yeah. Remember that we are not alone. Not alone in this fight. Let's see what the guys have to say about this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, Only one feisty one that is likely to
I
disagree.
am on somewhat disagree because I believe Pride Month was necessary because we were in a time where gays weren't allowed to be who they are and basically everything we are now, and that's great. I just think like the Pride Month was good when we needed it, and it's good to...
Maybe where you live, there's still a lot of places where it's not very friendly, and still for trans people it's still very hard. And just I was saying, Pride Month is not just for gay.
But I think it just goes a little too far sometimes for me personally.
Coming out too, I think for everybody, it's a process. From the time you begin to realize you're gay until you hopefully can fully accept it one day. There were years where it was like, I would never go near that pride. I would like go 6 blocks out of the way not to be associated with it because it was so scary to me. And it was a gradual process. And the first time I did do it, it was the most empowering moment just to be part of thousands of people.
I had the same feeling too, yeah.
Yeah.
I think pride is so important. I think pride is so important. And like, because I mean, we have a lot more rights than we did 50, 60 years ago, but like we're still not equal citizens in a lot of places, and we're still not equal in a lot of people's eyes. And like, pride is every goddamn day, just like being yourself authentically without any questions and just like fighting for what you believe in. It's still so important though, every day to really be proud of who you are and really express that and try and, you know, change the world with what you can do.
That's it. It's already over. Don't you have any more questions? Oh, okay.
Game over!
I think they tried to be too much conservative with this question. I will have put some more controversial ones, but maybe that's for next episode. Are they going to make another one? I don't know. It was just not even a year ago. Make it more spicy next time. Anyway, happy Pride Month. Since it's Pride Month, see? Well, I like it. And I hope that you did enjoy this I hope you did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did so. Subscribe if you like me. Come on, I know you like me. I'm awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I remember that I am proud of you and I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.